see them roaming about everywhere, and you could play with them. And you knew that wherever you were in the universe, your mom would be there with you. Always. You know what?
Idea, and the judges are all sat here, wonderful judges. I'm just going to tell you who they are. Darren Murphy, who's head of innovation at Unbound, and has worked tirelessly over the last few months to help Vodafone put this whole thing together. Laura Turkington is Global Innovation and Business Development Senior Manager at Vodafone. Round of applause. Karina Nemi is from the VC Episode 1, a partner at Episode 1. Thomas Gear. Thomas Gear is from Huawei, and he is Global Marketing and Partnerships Director. Some people pronounce it differently. I heard someone say Hawaii the other day, but it's Huawei, which is excellent to have you here. Thank you very much. And finally, we've got Mansoor Hanif, who is the CTO of Ofcom. So we've got the whole pastiche of different people from across the innovation spectrum, people with an interest in investors, people with an interest in the telco world, and obviously the regulator here. And so you're not a judge, are you? OK. So there we go. We've got the judges, 3 minutes each. Without further ado, I would like to welcome to the stage to pitch. Clicker is here. Please come and get this. I would like to welcome from Conditional, Monique. OK, you're definitely not Monique.
Don Daliwal, CEO.
Don, the CEO. So we did better than Monique. We've got the CEO here. Your 3 minutes begins now.
So my name's Don Daliwal. I'm the CEO of Conditional. We're a driverless vehicle scale-up. So driverless vehicles are coming. And 3 big megatrends are making this possible. Vehicle electrification, 5G connectivity and infrastructure, and the technology around driverless vehicles themselves. The key challenge still remains about how we integrate millions of driverless vehicles into the existing transport system. Now, the winners of that will have access to a market worth $907 billion. At Conditional, we provide a complete platform. We provide vehicle autonomy, a passenger app, operational software, and we build this with our technology partners, Microsoft and Intel. So what are you going to do when you're no longer driving? So Intel called this the passenger economy. And this is a £7 trillion market where you're able to utilize infotainment services, e-commerce, and a host of other services. And what's making this a reality is 5G and the connectivity we're able to have. So our secret sauce is Canoptium. It's an algorithm that brings together billions of different data points and data sets and gives you real-time decision-making at scale, both in airports and smart cities. Airports have been early adopters of our technology. And it's not just about autonomy they care about. It's about the integration of people, goods, and services for better passenger journeys and operational excellence. Cities for us are very similar to airports, so we can scale to meet that particular challenge. So traction-wise, as I said, airports have been our initial go-to market. We've got projects worth about 16 million with a number of different airports. We've now started moving into mass transit, so we're working with Docklands Light Railway. We're working with energy with BP and smart cities with Engie. Our approach to the market is through a partnership approach, and we've won many accolades and awards over the last few years. A new partnership with a major OEM is about to be announced, but it's top secret at this moment in time. I'd like to share with you one of the recent projects that we've started over in Australia. It's called Project Ute, and please enjoy.
You've all heard about driverless cars when they crew on Polistream next year, the world's first automated ute will be zooming its way around Dubbo.
This is about road safety, and it's also
So sorry about that, because I wanted to see, is it a kangaroo detection system?
It absolutely is a kangaroo detection.
I've always wanted one of those.
You would actually have seen a kangaroo jump straight into the vehicle.
Why don't the judges ask some questions of Don about his idea?
Hey, and thank you for going first, Don. I wonder if you could just touch on the team behind this, the size of the company, building the ideas and the technology then behind it.
So we started with 4 people. We're now at 23. I've just recruited 4 people last week. We're doubling in size over the next 3 to 6 months. Our technical team have over 100 years experience in the automotive and AI sector. And this is a space that we're very excited about in terms of the technology that we're able to bring to the table.
Could you tell us about your background, please?
So my background is I've been a university entrepreneur lecturer, as well as working in smart cities and IT projects for multi-million-pound European projects. So I've got a lot of understanding in terms of how to bring together the right people and teams to be able to then deliver on time and on budget.
Will the mass rollout of your proposition be dependent on 5G?
Absolutely. So the technology is now around the connectivity that's able to be provided from a cellular 5G network as opposed to anything else.
It's certainly an interesting market, but how dependent is it on legislation and regulation to actually get the scale of the market you need?
So legislation is evolving alongside technology. We've got close relationships with CCAV in the UK. We're working with partners across the world. And so the technology is becoming, the legislation is becoming more readily available to do more testing in order to progress the deployment of driverless vehicles.
And how's the competitive landscape?
Very competitive. There's a lot of companies in this space. We've chosen to start in semi-controlled environments, hence we're working with airports initially, and then we're looking to span out further into the other areas.
Thanks.
Right, I think that's it for your 2 minutes. Thanks very much, Don.
Okay.
If anyone wants to see the conclusion of the Kangaroo video, Don, as part of the Vodafone Dig 20, has a booth out there, so go and see him after this. Okay. Thanks, Don.
Thank you very much.
Clicker. Right, next up is Monique, Bruce from Polistream. Polistream. Away you go, Bruce.
Hello, I'm Bruce Grove, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Polistream. I'm here to tell you today about how we're going to build the world's largest cloud gaming platform. So in 2009, in San Francisco at GDC, OnLive revealed to the world the first cloud gaming platform. It was incredible, and people flew in from all over to see this. They didn't believe it could happen. But it was real. It was true. It became, in 2012, a billion-dollar unicorn. So what happened? Costs. Insurmountable costs. Costs of operation, costs of infrastructure, cost of servers, cost of networks, cost of content. It just crushed the ability to make this work. The technology was incredible, but the business of cloud gaming was broken. This year we saw a similar announcement, and it's the same thing. If you're going to stream to tens of millions of people by filling the cloud with graphics processors, your costs are just going to crush you. You cannot do it with a graphics processor in the cloud for every player. It's just too much. And at Polistream, we said, why are you even doing that? There are literally billions and billions of GPUs in the world already. We've got them in our phones, we've got them in our cars, we've got them in our AR headsets. They're everywhere. So Polistream doesn't do that. Instead, Polistream uses the distributed cloud, next-generation networks like 5G and the intelligent edge. And what we're doing is we're running the games in the cloud, but we're rendering on your device. We want to make your device a part of the cloud. There are data centers all over the world, but today's cloud gaming solutions are crushed by absolute building out that scale. And the problem becomes, you create a digital postcode lottery. Can I actually get cloud gaming if my footprint is limited to just a handful of data centers, even if I'm some of the world's biggest cloud providers? Polistream can serve from any data center, anywhere in the world. It's our vision that all 3D content will be streamed. We start with games, but we're moving into business applications, simulation, training. Anything that is 3D, Polistream will be able to stream from the cloud. We will be powering everything. I'd like to say thank you very much. If you have any questions, or if you'd like to come and see us, we are looking for partners and investors. Come talk to us over on the booths. Thank you.
Well done, Bruce. Oh, is that a precursor of the people's vote? I also like that you're wearing Vodafone red, trying to influence the judges. Over to you, judges. Questions, please, for Bruce.
Hi, thanks, Bruce. Just wondering, I mean, considering the competition, the announcements by Google, for example, with their cloud platforms, how serious do you think that is in terms of competition?
We look at the way we're building as an infrastructure technology. Ultimately, Google's putting GPUs in the cloud, and it's just going to cost them too much. And we see that as that's our opportunity. So whether it is Google, whether it is Microsoft, whether it is any of the cloud gaming platforms, ultimately, they'll be powered by Polistream.
Thanks.
Just to understand, have you made any key alliances or partnerships already, and kind of what stage are you on this journey?
Certainly, yeah. We have a number of games in trial. We have some of the world's largest MMOs, actually multiplayer games, 100 million subscribers, and their rates are in the hundreds of thousands of players at the same time, and we're trialing some of those games right now. We're also backed by Intel. We recently closed a $12 million investment round, and our journey now is very much our go-to-market strategy over the next 12 months, and really to get some of those partnerships up and running and out there. We're a B2B. We're here to power those games, power that content, to get them out, to enable them to reach their audiences in new and interesting ways.
Thanks. Can you tell us more about your team, and also if you've been working with mobile operators to leverage 5G?
Certainly. I'm a long-time platform developer. I've worked in cloud gaming. I've also worked in Silicon Valley for more than a decade, many startups along the way. My co-founder, Adam Billiard, was the founder of a company called Criterion, really sort of powering the very early days of 3D graphics. Many of the PlayStation 2 games that people will be familiar with were spawned out of the work that came from Criterion. And together we've built a team of just incredible graphics, compression, deep tech engineers that are building this technology, along with an amazing platform team that comes from the likes of Microsoft, DeepMind, really building up to build this platform and bring it all together.
Hi, could you explain to us where you're getting the GPUs from, and what's the incentive for people to put their devices into the network?
You already have a GPU, so I'm going to tell your GPU what to draw. And that's really what it's about. It's our phones and our TVs, all of our devices have graphics processors now. So rather than leaving that idle and putting it up into the cloud and compressing it into video, what Polystream's looking to do is actually send you the graphics commands as native graphics. And our IP, our magic, is all about compressing that graphics data stream so that we can send it directly to your device. Your device is built for the graphics to be rendered on your screen, and so it's going to come out pixel perfect, no loss of color, none of those little macro blocks you see when you're watching streaming video, but actually drawing it perfectly on your device. So we don't care whether it is 4K, 8K, 720p, it's going to be pixel perfect wherever you do it.
Thank you very much, Bruce. Excellent pitch. Well done. I think round of applause for Bruce from Polystream.
Thank you very much.
Can I have a clicker, please? Thanks. Well done. OK, next up, moving swiftly on to our third pitch. The startup is Supernor. Supernor, and it's Ross.
Ross, that's right.
Ross Hare, no less.
Ross Hare, yeah, thank you. I've got my
Over
badge
to you,
on.
Ross. 3 minutes.
Thank you very much. Thanks very much to Vodafone as well for the invite here today. I'm Ross, work at Supernor, and we are making virtual advertising a reality. Now, for all you sports fans out there, you've probably seen us a lot, but you won't have noticed us, and that's just the way that we like it. Virtual advertising is the digital replacement or placement of advertising on television broadcast or online live streams. This technology isn't new. It's been around for quite a while, but now the technology has achieved a level of excellence, and for the first time, companies like ours are getting commercial contracts. In fact, we are the only one globally to have commercial contracts in the LED virtual perimeter advertising space. So what do we do? Well, 3 main things in terms of what you see going on around a football perimeter board. We can enable global sponsors to edit their messaging so that a Puma, as you see in the ad in the background, can have Chinese text for their Chinese audience. They can have Spanish ads for their audience in Argentina on an international live feed. Secondly, you can have different brands who can buy different territories around the world through the use of our technology. So HSBC can buy Southeast Asia. On the same board, Budweiser can buy the United States. We're multiplying the inventory available. Third, we can align with local regulatory practices. So if there's a concern around alcohol, betting, tobacco, we can alleviate those concerns by replacing the ads. Now, Supernor is a pioneer in this area. We're trusted. Technology is approved by major leagues. We have deployments in La Liga in Spain, where we cover Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico. We're approved by the Germans in the Bundesliga, where we cover teams like Borussia Dortmund. And we have a full set of deployment products with the NBA. We covered most recently the NBA finals between the Warriors and the Raptors in the US, a very exciting development for us as we look to grow and scale our business. We've got the full suite of virtual products, not just those perimeter boards, but also placed graphics on a court or on a pitch, which you see done quite often to replace horrible paint on the pitch or plastic carpets. And in terms of 5G, we look to supercharge our production capability through the use of 5G. That will enable us to have much lower latency to deploy our graphics, and also to enable, on the distribution side, the pushing of our content to multiple mobile devices without the dreaded buffering. We're looking forward to a bright future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ross. Over to you, judges.
Thank you, Ross. A question just about the competition. One, who are they? And then separately, what distinguishes you from other competitors?
We were distinguished by the commercial contracts that we've secured. There's a lot of people who are trying and testing in the area of the perimeter boards, which are the valuable ones. Out of a football game, 80 of those 90 minutes, you will see those boards in vision, in live sport with big international audiences. So we've secured the trust to deploy our technology whereby others have not yet. In fact, we would like to see more competition. We need to see the virtual advertising as an industry. We're looking to set up a trade body as well with our competitors and with other stakeholders to make that happen.
Okay, and then just to follow on, sorry, what defensibility is the technology that you're building? How defended is that?
It's patented technology around the infrared emissions by the LED boards, which does protect us.
Who are the people behind the magic?
Well, it was interesting seeing the launch of the iPhone. Just 12 years ago when the iPhone launched, a lot of people in Helsinki working for Nokia had quite a hard time. This business emerged from the skills of those highly professionalized technicians who went off to do other things as Nokia took its dive. and Supernor was one of the businesses that emerged from that period. So half of our team, the R&D team, is in Helsinki, and then half of the team is sitting here in London.
Thanks. Just two questions, actually. One is on the digital rights issue. I mean, do you think that once this has a larger take-up, the advertisers will ask for the rights in terms of what they put in the billboards being applied across? Would that be a challenge for you?
We hope that they will augment the rights of the existing audiovisual rights so that broadcasters internationally will know that they can augment the value that they have with the very expensive rights that they bought on the audiovisual side with advertising. So
yeah, broadcasters, but I mean, the advertisers might decide that if they're paying for a billboard, they want to have the rights that digitally that's going to be projected everywhere. No?
Yes, and so we're just multiplying the inventory volume. So if an advertiser wants that, then they can secure that in negotiating. You know, as I saw with the Puma ads, they can have all of the boards virtualized or physical to the degree that the deal allows.
And just one quick one then. Do you see the scope to actually personalize this advertising in the future, as we do with mobile?
There's no reason. We're creating a template which is in use currently in TV broadcast. There's no reason why you can't take that template to a cloud environment and allow the personalization of individual ads based on browser or cookie data to allow personalized ads whilst you're watching a football game on live. So those ads could be personalized to yourself.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Well done. Excellent, Mr. Hare. All right, moving on. We've got two more startups to pitch. Next up, it is Nuno from, could I have the clicker, please? Surgeon Mate.
Hi, Mark.
Surgeon Mate. Hello, Nuno. Come on up. 3 minutes. I'm doing well. You look well. Go for it.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Nuno. I'm a surgeon and founder of Surgeon Mate. On Surgeon Mate, we found a problem on a medical education, which is to become a surgeon, people have to go through a complex process and spend many hours in the operating room. And this does have impact. Economically, we're talking about 5 billion euros worldwide. But socially, these extra hours spent in the operating room, they do increase the risk of burnout syndrome. Everything started when I went to South Africa doing my trauma exchange and saw things that you don't usually see in Europe. At that point, I understood that if I could record the surgeries, I would be able to share it with the medical community. And with that, I would be able to review my surgeries, share it with my senior colleagues, and even teach the medical students, improving the learning experience and the quality of the surgeries. To do that, we had to develop a new product. So I gathered my team, and we started to develop Surgeon Mate Vision. In a very simple manner, these are smart glasses designed from surgeons, thinking about surgeons, having in mind their comfort and ease of use. Built into the glasses, Surgeon Mate Vision has a camera in the nasal bridge that is motorized and adjustable, so the point of view can be adjusted with voice commands while the surgeon is operating and has his hands busy. For different techniques, different sets of skills. And here we show you that Surgeon Mate Vision recognizes the area of interest and keeps it in the center of the area being recorded, but it blurs all around it. So it works as a censorship mechanism, an automated censorship mechanism. But now that recording was possible, what about sharing? So we had to develop Surgeon Mate Library, which is a database management on a cloud-based service. But during its development, we were focused on the security of the personal data of the patients, but which are very needed for the surgeons. The navigation is simple. The surgeon can go through case by case, procedure by procedure, but he can analyze all the media created. But let me introduce you to the future of the medical education. If you empower a Surgeon Mate system with 5G technology, telementoring is just around the corner. We're going to make it easy, simple, and very reliable. The surgeon can connect with any of his colleagues all around the world, doesn't matter where. What he has to do, he will need to share a link, and the surgeon, his colleagues, will get immersed into his operating room, just like this, through his eyes, and see step by step all the critical points of the surgery. So the solution for the medical problem, for the medical education, is Surgeon Mate. We give a tool that allows the surgeon to create their own library containing surgical records, multimedia content, and allow them to connect with each other during the telemetry. Thank you so much.
Very much. Nuno, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Don't forget, we're doing a healthcare event in Abu Dhabi in November. Talk to us about that.
I will.
Right, over to you, judges.
Thank you, Nuno. I wonder if you could just talk a little bit about the team, the size of the team that you're at the moment, and who's involved in actually building the technology.
I didn't get it that well.
Sorry. If you can talk a little bit about the team, please.
The team.
Yeah.
Right now we have 3 engineers, myself as a surgeon, and we have a designer as well. So we're working as hard as it possible to bring this product to the market. We have our prototype reached, and any of the functions that I was telling about here in stage, they were already achieved. So we have the prototype working, but considering that we're talking about such a critical niche, because it is a niche, we are not giving prototypes. We need to go for an MVP. So right now, that's the stage where we are at.
Could you tell us who's going to buy this and who's going to pay?
We consider this from the beginning on a business-to-business relationship, on a business-to-consumer relationship, but we have to be wise. This is a worldwide product, and it's very reasonable to think that hospitals can buy it as well. But one thing is for sure, that the library is personal. It is professional, but it's somehow personal. So each surgeon should have their own surgeon-made library. As for the glasses, they can share it. It's fine. But each one of them will have its own personal library.
Are there other types of propositions offering similar functionality? Is there competition?
To our knowledge, there's no such a thing exactly as we have it. That's why we have the IP. So we are entering in 18 countries on the national phases. The patent is pending, and it's been through all the steps. Local, the PCT worldwide, which was published, I think, a year ago. And now we just submit it for all the exam in every offices. But yeah, there are a lot of smart glasses and a lot of action cameras going into the OR. None of them was developed for surgeons.
And regarding your use of planned use of 5G, you want to implement 4K, for example, broadcasting, or what's your vision?
For sure. This is a product that is like cutting-edge technology, and everyone is at least expecting HD quality. So we want to take it to 4K quality, just so that everyone in the audience can understand a surgery that it takes 6 hours, 8 hours, but it takes 65 giga for a surgery with HD. So for 4K, it will take a lot of space. That's why the 5G technology will enable us to broadcast that in a reliable way.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Quick one. Do you think patients will be happy to see themselves streamed?
I have to be honest, I'm a surgeon, so I never spoke to a patient, asked him consent, and he said no. But this is just my opinion. Although we did go through a survey in the internet, so it was worldwide, and none of my colleagues said that was an issue. So I have my personal experience, a survey as well, but they will definitely, the patient, they will need to give their consent, not just to recording, because that's already obvious, but also to take care, to gather, to collect their personal data, and that is very challenging.
Thank you very, very much, Nuno. That was brilliant. Thank you. So that's it. We've got one last startup. Can we welcome up onto the stage? Aha, the mystery judge. We AR, and it's Emanuele.
Yes.
Go for it.
Thank you very much. I'm Emanuele from We Are. I'm the CEO and founder. As you know, every product becomes more complex every day, and this is due to human factor. The cost for maintain to repair an item will reach this incredible amount of money next year. So, due to the complexity of the product, when you have a problem, you must send skilled people overseas. And the instruction manual is mainly paper-based. So we propose, thanks to 5G, a use of massive technology like immersive technology like AR, VR, and mixed reality. In particular, to support on-site collaboration and add information directly in overlay to the product. Our first product was Marco, a simple way to create and share user manual via augmented reality. It's a software as a service. Just take a picture of a real item, like an electronic board, drag and drop overlays to explain a task. Very simple to use. When you have done, just send to the cloud, and your manual is done. Launch the application, select a project, and then scan the real item to see the overlay. Very simple. Now we have collected some important users in Italy, the major electric company, and we have POC with Italian Railways and Italian Air Force. Thanks to 5G, we are creating a new software called Marco for 5G, using mixed reality to support operation. This is a little video. Oh, doesn't work. Sorry. Okay. You can collect the shape of your product. This is a railway switch. And then you can add, without any skill, the CAD model, the BIM model directly on the product to see the overlay, like a sort of X-ray view. Very simple to create, very simple to use. This is a mixed reality experience. So the total market of immersive technology, hardware and software, is incredibly huge, and the market AR for mixed reality platform is over 1 billion. This is my team, 10 people, and last year we collected an important round from Vodafone Italy, and we are searching around to export the platform everywhere in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Emanuele. Thank you. Well done. I like the name Marco. That's my name. Yeah. Yeah. OK, so judges, over to you. Let's have some questions. 2 minutes.
Thank you. With Marco 5G, where is the product at the moment? Are you able to test? Have you tested it in the field? Are you able to?
Yeah, we are testing in the 5G lab in Milan, in Italy. And we are creating now the user experience. You know, it's very simple. The Marco standard uses image recognition. It's very simple to use. Just take a picture and then add the content. The 3D is very complex for unskilled people. So we are searching to simplify the operation. Okay.
Okay, cool. And then similarly, the products that you're building, how defensible are they? What are you able to kind of claim?
Okay, we have 1 year development, and we are testing with some customers in Italy.
Okay.
Could you tell us a bit more about how you're going to monetize this technology?
The business model?
Yes.
Yes, is a software as a service. So a company pay per user, and the price for Marco 5G is not yet created. And we are discussing with the Vodafone Italy. Yeah. Pay per use.
Where do you see the first customers coming from?
In Italy.
But which industries?
In particular, aerospace sector is very keen on virtual and augmented reality.
And in terms of use cases, support, training, or what do you think holds the most potential?
Yeah, in particular, training is very important, but we see the major use in supporting operation, during operation with smart glasses.
Just wondering about the channels to market. Do you plan to market the service through Vodafone or through other partners, or are you going to cloud platforms?
We're searching for partners and resellers. So in our vision, we want to open a branch here in London to create search for resellers.
OK, I think that's enough time. We've gone slightly over time. Emanuele, thank you very much. Excellent.
Thanks.
Right, so will you just stay here a second, please? So remember, the judges are now going to deliberate for, I believe, 3 minutes. Is that correct, Darren? Okay. So judges have 3 minutes. You guys will also get, remember, the people's choice. So think about which startup you like the most. Can I get all of the startups up on stage now, please, everybody? So Don, Nuno, Bruce, Ross Hare. So guys, Ross Hare? You're not Ross Hare.
I'm not Ross Hare, I'm still Bruce Grove.
Yeah, okay. Why don't we just quickly, each of you are going to tell the audience something about yourself that's not to do with your startup. So Nuno, well, we know you're a surgeon. Tell us something else about yourself.
Well, I do like sports, and I think you grow as professionally when you do sports regularly, because you need to balance yourself, and generally you have to work with a team.
What sports are you talking about?
Well, I like surf a lot.
Surfing.
I'm from Portugal. You have a lot of waves there.
Cool, okay. It's not really a team sport, but yeah.
Well, there's a lot of other sports. Football, soccer, whatever.
Cool. You look like you're in good shape. Don, tell us about yourself.
So I saw an old friend of mine I haven't seen for years, and he basically caught up with me, and he was telling me he was having a baby.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, that's amazing. And he said, so what have you been up to? And I said, basically, I don't want your baby to learn how to drive. That's my mission in life.
Interesting. And that's how you've come up with the
part of the reason.
Kangaroo.
Well, the Roo is to save not only the kangaroos, but also to save fatalities.
I shouldn't really say it, but I went to Australia. It's very nice. Too many flies. And I only saw dead kangaroos. I saw about 10 kangaroos, but they were all dead. So,
so we want to try and stop those fatalities as well as the human ones.
Okay, cool. Emanuele, tell us about yourself. Marco.
I'm a technology addicted. I put on my smart glasses and I see strange things. But in the weekend, I like hiking in the mountains.
You want to talk to Parish about strange things? Henry and Cynthia. Right, okay. Bruce.
10 years old, my first job, I was on the West End stage with Marty Ware, Elaine Page, and I was singing in Evita. And I did that for 2 years.
You've really opened the door here. You're going to give us a little song. Come on.
Salve Regina, Mater Misericordiae, vita dulcedo et spes nostra. Salve, salve Regina Peron.
Well, if he doesn't win the people's vote, I don't know. Ross.
No, I was a Benedictine monk for 30 years and didn't say a word. Does that sound? No, both my parents are Scots, so I never inherited the accent because they moved down south, which I've always regretted. But I still, like Emanuele, I love to go up to the Highlands. I'm ticking off the Munros, if you know what those are, every peak over 3,000 foot with my 4 kids who keep me busy.
4 kids?
Yeah, too many.
My goodness. Well, 4 little hares running around.
4 little hares.
Okay.
That's all I've got left as well.
Right, so are we ready, judges? Do you want to come up here? Do you want to come up onto the stage? So we're going to declare an overall winner, and then we're going to go for the people's choice, right? How do you want to do this? Guys, do you want to come over here? Can you come over this way? It's a better photo op, I think. What?
Hi. So I am Darren, Head of Innovation at Unbound, and it's been an absolute pleasure to work with Laura on this at Vodafone's second year at Unbound London. We've obviously had fantastic input this afternoon. I'm not at the evening just yet. Hearing from these incredible founders, 5 of the 20 which are continuing to exhibit outside while this goes on. Deliberation between us, the 5 judges, was very swift as we wanted to see the entertainment. We, of course, have one winner. We can only pick the one winner, and that is Supona.
Well done. Excellent, well done. All right, so so the other winner. Oh, we're getting a. Okay, giant checks are being written. The other winner is the People's Choice. I don't know how is a fair way to do this, but let's do. Why don't we do it twice, just to check? So, cheer if you think the winner should be Polistream. Okay, cheer if you think the winner should be WeAR. Cheer if you think the winner should be Conditional. And cheer if you think the winner should be Surgeon Mate. Okay, let's just do a quick one between Polistream and Surgeon Mate. Polistream? Surgeon Mate. We have a winner. Well done.
Do you want to say anything?
Okay, now photo op, please. Yeah, good.
Try to make sure you're not blocked. Do you want to put your hand on it? That's fine.
Thank you very much, everybody, and well done to all of our contestants. As we said, are we ready? Sorry. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Mark.
Hey, well done. Great to see you.
Yeah, you too. How are things?
Great, thanks.
All good.
Sorry, you're. Sorry.
Leaving, yeah. Last day.
Squeeze in. Oh, wait. Right, one final one.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've really got time, but let's just. Can you try and just get this in? Is that all right?
I think the winners.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, oh, yeah. They're quite advanced, aren't they? Your startups.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.